For the past year, I've been developing my first indie game Wisplight. It's an RPG game where you play as a monster instead of the usual RPG heroes that we play. And every time I make a playable build for it and have my friends play it, their first comment was always, "Why is there no menu screen at the beginning of the game?" So right now, let's put an end to that and show you guys my menu screen and the thought process on how I made it. Especially the dynamic menu part, how it works, and how I manage the scenes and levels for my game. If you're interested in following the development of Wisplight, feel free to subscribe to get updated. Let's begin. Let's start with the levels. So, the idea for Wisplight's levels is to make it a semi-open world with some linear levels to it. For example, for our combat demo, we'll have it in the ruins level. I will segment the area into 3 parts. The first part is a safe zone. This is where Cassandra will be stationed. This is the place where you level up your monster, and this area will serve as the hub for the rest of the zones. For the ruins level, one of the safe zones is the ruined church. Next is the explorable areas. These areas will have parts as well. Explorable areas will have a mix of rewards and threats, like maybe a band of mercenaries camping in nearby ruins, or a wisp roaming near a tree bursting with life essence. The explorable area will be semi-open world. This means that the player will have the freedom to explore different parts of the area. Even though exploration is done freely, this area will eventually lead to a funnel, which will have the area's challenge obstacle located. It's mostly a fight with a group of enemies or a mini-boss fight. After defeating this challenge obstacle, this will unlock a passageway leading back to the safe hub. There will be multiple explorable areas that are designed this way, and all of them, after defeating the challenge, will unlock a passageway looping back to the hub. And these passageways will become shortcuts for the player to take so that they no longer need to go and fight those challenges again if they decide to progress further into the game. Now for the third part, the settlement center. This will serve as the territory of the settlement boss, and for you to defeat the boss, you need to unlock different areas of the settlement center to get to the boss. After defeating the boss of the settlement, you'll have the option to conquer the settlement to make it your own, expanding your territory. After conquering the settlement center, this will now serve as the new safe hub for the player, and Cassandra will relocate to this area. The settlements can also be upgraded, and you can assign minions to patrol certain areas of the ruins, or you can upgrade your fortifications and more. Next, let's talk about our saving system. Saving the game will be done automatically. There will be a saving function that will save from time to time. Also, a saving function every time an important event happens. Like for example, if you get captured, or if you move to a different scene, or if you defeat a certain enemy, or if you decide on which skills and settlement upgrades to take. Saving will be done internally, and there will be no loading of saved games. This is to prevent save scams, and to create real tension and fear in the game. For example, the player will try to eliminate a group of mercenaries, and then end up getting captured. There is no way to load a previous game save to prevent the player from getting captured. You'll be captured, and your goal is to escape. With this feature, the threats will be real. The tension when fighting an enemy is real, since there's no way of cheating it and undoing it. Next is the menu screen. I want the menu screen to be dynamic. I want it to show us the player the progress we're on our current save game. So the menu screen will show us our player and the equipment our player is using in our current save. So here we have the skeleton warrior with some neck and shoulder armor and the helm. And for its weapon, we have the sword and shield. You'll also dynamically change the background depending on the saved area. In this case, this is for the ruins area, and this one is for the forest area. The menu will also change the type of monsters that you are using. For example, this is what it looks like when you're playing as an overgrown tree creature in the forest. And here's one for the ruins. Or this one where you play as a necromancer type skeleton with his minions summoned in the ruins. And here's one in the forest. I'll be updating this menu screen with functionalities in the future. Right now, we have functionalities to adjust our music and sound volumes. This feature is still new, and there's a ton of work needed to complete more settings. I'll be updating this one as other parts of development progresses. Our priority is to complete the combat demo in the ruins for our playtesters to play. If you're interested in playing the demo, join us on Discord and apply as a playtester. Also, if you haven't, we're already live on Steam and you can already wishlist Wisplight. It will really help us with our marketing once we launch the game on Steam. I'd like to thank my patrons for supporting the development of Wisplight. If you guys want to support the development, I'll leave a link to our Patreon page down below. All the funding gathered will be used to acquire assets for the game. So yeah, that's it for the menu update. Let me know what you think about our new features. If you have some suggestions and feedback, feel free to comment down below. Till next time.